We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
You'd like them pea nuggets.
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Nugget?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but how do you cook them?
Oh, there's loads of ways.
Can I microwave them?
No.
Join in and go full Lidl this year.
Did you get milk?
Shop without compromise and pay less.
Jeeve agus Fáiltearóca, Darver, Gunta and Lou, you're very welcome along to what can only be described as a very blustery, windy and cold Darver for the meeting of this NFL Division 3 clash between Louth and Wexford. We'll start down to our right hand side and the home team first in their traditional red and white. Louth start with Rebecca Lamb in goal, Emma Murray, Caoimhe Boyle and Rachel Barrett the full back line, Mia Duffy, Shannon McLaughlin and Caitlin O'Reilly in the half back line. In midfield it's Aoife Halligan and Dervla O'Connor. The half forward line is Aoife Russell, Kate Flood and Claire Nolan, while inside it's Lauren Boyle, the captain Anya Breen and Laura Collins. There are two changes on the Wexford team. Number 19, Anne Byrne, is in midfield ahead of Ciara Donnelly, and the right half forward, Bevan McDonnell, has made way for Eve Manley. So we'll run through the Wexford team, who are down to our left hand side in their purple and yellow. In goals, Leanne Moore. The full back line is Aisling Halligan, Shauna Murphy and Katie English. Orla Keogh, the captain, Roisin Murphy and Karen Tompkins are the half back line. Aoife Cullen is now partnered in the middle of the field by Anne Byrne. The half forward line then, Eve Manley, Kathrina Murray and Ciara Banville, while inside it's Sarah Harding, Anya Lacey and Quaylen Ninulin. So those are the two sides ahead of this Division 3 NFL clash here in Darver. Both teams ready to go for round 4. Couple of late changes coming on the Louth team. We're just being informed, so we'll get them to you as soon as we have them. But Louth, it's going very well in NFL Division 3. They're 4 from 4 and hoping for promotion. And those changes are Lauren Boyle is out with Niamh Rice in. That's the only change on the Louth team. Number change then also too for Louth. Aoife Halligan will wear 11, Anya Breen will wear 8 and Kate Flood will wear 14. So we'll try and keep you as up to date as possible with those. Very late notice coming to us here, but we'll do the best we can for you at home. So, as I say, very wintry and blustery here in Darver.
She wants that one.
So we'll just recap on the division to date for you. Louth have won all 4 games today. 2-12 to 1-9 over Longford on day 1. 2-12 to 7 points away to Offaly in round 2. Then a 2-10 to 2-9 win over Sligo, which was nearly a very close call for them and nearly lost the game. And then last weekend beat Kildare 1-5 to 7 points. They have scored 7 goals and 39 points in the league to date and conceded 322. Louth are top of Division 3 with 12 points from 12 and a scoring difference of plus 19. Both teams, of course, have 2 games left after today. Wexford, it's not going just as well for them. They've taken 9 points from 12. They're plus 18, scoring 634 and conceding 422. Wexford are third in Division 3 on score difference. On the opening day, they won 2-13 to 2-4 against Offaly. They then beat Clare 3-9 to 2-3. They lost to Down 1-4 to 8 points before winning last week 8 points to 7 against Sligo. So both sides in relatively good form coming into today's game. Of course, Louth will be full of confidence. They are the table toppers. But let's not forget, Wexford have a lot of good pedigree behind them and good form. They went all the way to the Intermediate Championship final last year before narrowly losing out to Laois 113 to 111. Meanwhile, Louth lost in the quarter-finals to Roscommon of the Intermediate Championship last year 110 to 6, who Wexford then subsequently beat 611 to 19 in the semi-finals. The sides did not meet in the National Football League in 2022, but their fortunes could not have been more different. Wexford lost the league final by 1 point to Roscommon, while Louth needed a relegation final win to stay up against Wicklow. Wexford also lost, of course, the 2021 Intermediate Football Championship final to Westmeath. So they mightn't just have had the same start that Louth have had, but they're still going very well and they have lots of good players at their disposal. Another game in the group, Offaly currently trailing Kildare 317 to 26 was the last we heard on that one. So we'll try and keep you up to date. That has actually just finished there, so we'll try and keep you up to date as best as possible with changes in the division and scores coming into us. So at 2 o'clock on this beautiful but cold Sunday here in Darver, the 26th of February, the last Sunday in the month, our match official all the way from Offaly, Kieran Groom, looks at the whistle, make sure both sides are fielding the correct number of players, and at 2 o'clock the ball is in. The game will be underway for round 5 of the National Football League Division 3. The stage is set. Louth going 5 for 5. Kit Henry looking to get his side back up to Division 2 and attack the championship with some real purpose and potentially collect some silverware along the way in the shape of a Division 3 league title. Wexford have won the throw-in and they're attacking down to our right hand side here. On the ball was Aoife Cullen, and she did well to get it inside the centre half back, and Captain Roisin Murphy and Louth are working it quite well. That's back to the new midfielder. There's Anne Byrne, and Byrne just keeping the possession of the ball and hoping that they can work something. It's back with Aoife Cullen. Cullen squares it back out now to the corner forward Quillan Newlan, and it's come out to centre half forward wearing the socks up Katrina Murray, Kieran MacDonald style. She's done well to keep possession of the ball after being well bottled up, and she switched the play, and Louth are having to defend down the far side of the field here as the midfielder Aoife Cullen, who's seen lots of early possession, works it out to the right corner forward Sarah Harding, who then gave it on to Anne Byrne, who got her first point. Anne Wexford's with a minute on the clock, so it's 1-0 to the visitors, and Louth with those quick restarts. But the quick restart didn't work this time as they were bottled up by Wexford, but the referee said illegally so. But they have it back now and they're trying to work something with it. Given away there, looking for, was it Aoife Halligan? But Wexford have won the ball back again. That was well put out over the line there. Caitlin O'Reilly just putting Katie English out over the line. We're looking for a free down to our left here from the travelling support, and the referee, after consulting with his linesman, agrees, and Caitlin O'Reilly's name is going into the little black book. Now Katrina Murray has the ball just in the middle of the park, trying to work something, and she's got away from Shannon McLaughlin, the centre back. Sees the run inside, a good run inside, and a good ball too. There's a great run in there. I think it was Quillan Newland, and she's inside. A jersey pull, surely, yeah, but she took the shot, thought she had the advantage, hit the outside of the post, but it doesn't matter because it's coming back from the free. Good refereeing. All Wexford in these early stages, and this should be an easy tap over here for Quillan Newland. And that looks to be on its way, and it is. And Wexford are 2 to the good, with only 3 minutes on the clock. So good start from the visitors. As I say, in back-to-back All-Ireland finals, so, and if they win today, will be right back in the middle of the hunt for promotion. They'll be neck and neck with Louth. They'll both then have 12 from 15, but Louth won't want to lose, and they definitely won't want to lose on the home patch. They'll want to have that as a bit of a fortress. So Claire Nolan from the St Feckin's Club, just outside Drogheda, looking inside for, is it Laura Collins, with super hands either way, and moving forward now is the number 8, that's Kate Flood. Flood has dropped it, and it's come out now to Collins again. Back in there to Niamh Rice, and Louth are starting to attack down inside the 21, and Aoife Russell was adjudged to have been pulled back. So similar to the Wexford free just moments ago, and now it'll be a chance for Laura Collins. 1-3 here the last day. It'll be a chance for her to get her first point today. Nice one to start, just inside the 21. Perfect for a right-footed kicker. Hits it very high. Both umpires in consultation, I think. They're looking for VAR, I think. Neither of them sure. The referee has shouted in that ball, neither of them are sure. We thought it was going up, now we're not sure. Keeper Leanne Moore reckons it was wide. This would be a bad miss for a right-footed free taker. I think it is wide. And we're still none the wiser. So that's interesting. Neither umpire wanting to take responsibility there. I don't know if that was or wasn't a point. The scoreboard says it wasn't, so we'll go with that for the time being. It's still 2 points to 0 for Wexford. We'll mark that one as a wide. And Louth and Laura Collins will be disappointed. Niamh Rice with the ball. Niamh Rice gone through one, but she's lost out. Collins picks it up, and she's done well to retain possession, but she's now been dispossessed. 2 really good hands in there, and Wexford breaking out over their own 45. Looking for the quick one in there for the centre half forward, Katrina Murray, but Shannon McLaughlin's done well to slow her down. And now Louth have turned it over here, and it's with the wing half forward, Aoife Russell from the Glen Emmett's Club, just over the road, trying to work something. Collins looking for the move inside, but the free has been given. There was no advantage. And Kieran Groom from Offaly, the referee, the man in the light green top, has even moved it in now for dissent. And this will be take 2 for Laura Collins. We still are awaiting confirmation if that first point was over the bar or not. The Louth people are adamant it was. Laura Collins adamant it was, but neither umpire pointed nor marked nor raised the white flag, so we're still none the wiser. But Collins, is she 2 from 2? Well, that one is nowhere near as high and definitely over the bar. So it's 2 points to 1. Laura Collins getting herself off the score sheet, and Louth are a point down after all that early Wexford pressure. Right half back Orla Keogh has it here, gets the kick out from Leanne Moore. She's looking for help, and she's found it there from Eve Manley, who hits Caitlin O'Reilly fairly front. Now we dig into her then too, which the linesman sees, but he says play on, don't be worrying about it. McLaughlin gave it on quickly there to Kieran Nolan. Oh, great hand, absolutely super tackle from Keogh, and out to centre half forward now Katrina Murray. And Wexford absolutely fantastic in defence, and that's great hands. Murray gets it back there from Quillan Newland, and Wexford are going straight through the heart of the Louth defence with the centre half back and captain Roisin Murphy. But the Louth full-back has done very well, Cueva Boyle, to just overturn the possession. And now away comes Eamon Murray way down the far side of the field, gives it out to Mia Duffy, and Duffy just happy enough to go all the way back to the goalkeeper there, Rebecca Lamb. Now centre half back Shannon McLaughlin is coming down to her wing half back Caitlin O'Reilly, and moved from Claire Feckin, and they're trying to work it through the hands now with Eamon Murray, and there's a runner out the far side. It's that girl again, Shannon McLaughlin. She's a class act. In the 2 games we've been here in Darver, she's been the one to really drive them on. Laura Collins inside, trying to get away from the attentions now of Rachel Berriton, back inside now. Oh, brilliant dummy hop from Niamh Rice, and that's over the bar. No, it's not, it's wide. It definitely looked it from this angle, but that would be disappointing after a super move the whole way up the field. And Rice 21 metres out just put it to the left and wide. Wexford coming forward here now with Katie English, and Katie English was hit unfairly and Karen Tompkins picked it up, but the play has stopped. Referee said no, we're not happy with that. So good crowd here again in Darver. Things really going well in Louth football, men and ladies. But the ref's still not happy. I think it was from where the free was taken. So it'll be Karen Tompkins who'll take it again. It's just over 8 minutes gone. An absolutely beautiful day in terms of sun and lack of cloud in the sky, but I don't know if there's a football venue in Ireland as cold as here. Meanwhile, Katie Tompkins plays it forward, and Wexford are trying to go straight through the heart, and they look like they are going to go run straight through the heart of the Louth defence. They've runners over. One of those runners is Quailin Newland. She started well. She's come inside and well blocked down in the end, and Louth have turned it over, but Wexford just getting through way too easily. They really are up for it today. They really want to get a 4th win and put themselves back in contention of promotion. Derval O'Connor to Caitlin O'Reilly, and Louth coming forward now with Anya Breen from the St Patrick's. Sorry, it's Kate Flood, and Kate Flood looking for that long one inside. The diagonal was a wee bit too high, but it's a 1-on-1, and the bounce is not won by Laura Collins. And then was she adjudged to be foul? The referee says no. The Louth support aren't happy with that, because if she was away, she was 1-on-1 with the keeper. Had a big hit in the middle of the field. Advantage given. Is there a head injury? Hopefully not. But centre half forward now, Katrina Murray has it as all going on here in Darver. Katrina Murray trying to take on 1, trying to take on 2 Louth players. Eventually she can't do much, but switches the play out to the far side of the field. And Wexford now trying to come down on the opposite side to us here. The dressing room side, we'll call it, but good hand in there from Rachel Barrett. And now Louth are coming out and tenacious in defence there. And they're coming forward now with their right half forward, Aoife Russell. Russell has a runner inside her if she needs her. That runner is Kate Flood, but she's decided to give it inside there to Niamh Rice, and Rice is jinking through 1, jinking through 2, takes a shot, but she was fouled. She took it, absolutely, and that'll be a free. Another free for Louth. It'll be a chance for Collins to get another one. Meanwhile, there's medical attention being sought, I think. Oh, there's instructions, definitely. Right, so this is Laura Collins from the Blues Club. Is she going for her 3rd? Just about 22 or 3 metres out. It looks good. Looks very good. Super scorer. And Laura Collins gets her 2nd point of the afternoon, and it's 2 points apiece here in Darver. So despite the good start, Louth are level with Wexford, and it looked for a while as if Wexford were just going to run away with it, but they've won their kick out and they are across midfield. As I say that, they dropped the ball, but they've recovered well. There was a hand in there from Derval O'Connor. It didn't look much, but the Wexford crowd down to our left hand side saying that's repetitive, so Orla Keogh seems to have felt it. Now Kieran Groom, will he, a yellow card here, be very early in the game? Oh, he's checking the watch. That could be bad news. If it's her 2nd, she'll be gone for 10 minutes. If it's just a tick, she's okay. It's not, it's yellow. And off she goes. Derval O'Connor from the St Mark's Club. She'll be out now until the 22nd minute. So just when Louth were starting to get a bit of momentum in the game, they're down to 14. Manager's not overly disappointed with her. He thought it was a fair enough tackle. The linesman, I can see him gesturing there that it was a closed fist. Derval O'Connor definitely disagrees with that. Either way, she's out for 10 minutes, and Wexford have the numerical advantage, and they also have the football. And it is Ciara Banville over the far side of the field, gives it back now to Karen Tompkins. Tompkins squares it inside to Aoife Cullen, and Cullen's trying to barge through her opponent there, Kate Flood, but made to recycle the ball and made to go out that wee bit further. Now it's in the hands of Banville, and Banville just pops it back to the centre half forward, Katrina Murray, and Murray gives it again now. Quick hands, looking for the centre half back. She's found her, Roisin Murphy, the captain. What can the captain do? She decides to pop it inside. Is there a chance of a goal on here? Back with Cullen. Oh, it was wayward in the end, kicking it off balance. And that's Wexford's first wide. So a good start here today. Very enjoyable so far. As I say, you'd expect that with two teams fighting for promotion. So Halligan won the kick out for Louth, Aoife, and the right half back Mia Duffy got it, and the ball's coming forward now. Was looking for the run there of Aoife Russell, but it was overcooked, and it'll be a line ball for Wexford. Wexford now have possession through midfielder Aoife Cullen. She's gone down the far side of the field as we look on here. Gives it back to Karen Tompkins, and Tompkins gives it off to Orla Keogh, the right half back. She was in the war there just a moment ago, but she's recovered and she's making a great charge. She's taken a handful, as she hasn't. She's got a good ball inside the corner forward. There's a chance of a goal here for Louth. A great save. Sarah Harding denied by Rebecca Lamb, but the ref says it is actually a free in. There were calls of steps and over carrying from the Louth crowd, but the referee was playing on. He was happy enough. And Rebecca Lamb wasn't to know that it would be legitimate or illegal. Good save. And now a tap over Shirley. Absolutely, it was high, but it's definitely over that one from Quillan Newlan. So we have played 14 minutes in the first half here, and it's 3 points to 2 in favour of Wexford. The ladies from the Slaney are leading. Caitlin O'Reilly went in to contest that there, but the Wexford knocked it down. It was won back by Louth. It's all going on here. The referee pointing advantage to Wexford, but Louth have the ball, and they have the ball in the shape of Claire Nolan. Claire Nolan gives it out now to Kate Flood, and Flood deciding to run through. There's a runner inside Niamh Rice, but Flood decides to go for it on her own, and it was a tail-in at the end. No, it wasn't. It was straight over the bar. Super response from Louth. 3 points apiece, and Kate Flood, the former Irish soccer international, has put the ball over the bar. Dodgy kick out there on 2 counts, because number 1, Louth nearly won it, but number 2, it was inside the D, so it will be a hot ball. And I'll tell you what, this was an easy free now. So we'll get more clarity on that first Laura Collins free as soon as we can. The scoreboard here in Dover is saying 3 points apiece. So Laura Collins with her 4th attempt of the afternoon. With just over 16 minutes played. Straight in front of the goals. And that one is off the post. The most straight of the whole lot, and it went off the post. Mia Duffy, quickest to react there, did well to beat out Anne Byrne, the late replacement on the Louth team. Back in the hands now of Aoife Russell, and Russell transfers it quickly, and on the chance Niamh Rice did well to get into Kate Flood, and Flood did even better to pivot away from the Wexford defence, and she's kicked a Gary Owen there, and somehow it's fallen between 6 of them, and one Wexford player comes away unscathed and with the ball, making ground across the middle of the field. Oh, it's a high hit from Mia Duffy, straight to the head. I don't think there was any malice in it, but it was definitely untimed. And Louth could be down to 13, very handy here. Karen Tompkins just ran straight into the hands of Mia Duffy. As I say, I don't think there was any malice in it, but yeah, definitely a yellow card. No doubt about that. So she's now off. So they're going to have 13 players here for exactly 5 minutes, following the earlier dismissal of Derval O'Connor on a yellow. She's starting to warm back up again. She's coming back in now at 22 minutes gone in the game. But we've 5 minutes to wait before that. We've only played 17 here. Just not what Louth needed after clipping a free off the post and getting back into the game at 3-3. Wexford now have the numerical advantage, and we'll see can they push on and punish Louth here, playing with whatever sort of breeze they are. It's here as well, they're playing with it. Kate Flood did well to win that and then picked it up the second time and got away from Shauna Murphy, the full-back. Ref says I'll give you the advantage as Ciara Banville is pulling out of Flood, but Flood did really well to switch the play, and it's now with Kate and O'Reilly, the left half back, and she just offloads it really quickly to McLaughlin, and McLaughlin with one of those wee loopy hand passes, giving it out now to Halligan, and Halligan gave it on to Laura Collins, and that is an absolutely exquisite point from Laura Collins. Really up for it today. And Louth have recovered quite well. So the Louth management, I think Dudley Farrell, the former Meath manager's in down there. I thought I saw him along the fence, so he's a late addition to the Louth management. Wasn't here the last day, but they're obviously trying to get in as much expertise and knowledge in their quest for promotion and then indeed a run in the championship. More questions of how many steps from Orla Keogh, but Keogh did well to hold on to the ball, and Wexford have possession still with their midfielder Aoife Cullen. Cullen does well to give it back out to Quaylen Ní Newlin. That's a super block by Anya Breen, but there was something illegal in it. And it will be a free in. So it'll be Quaylen Ní Newlin from the Ballygarrett club. Very reliable kicking stance. Shoulder facing the red spot as it is in Darver. Perfect angle for a right-footed kicker. An absolutely lovely strike of the football. So we're all square. We've played 20 minutes. It's 4 points apiece. And that's Ní Newlin's third point of the afternoon. She is 3, Laura Collins is 3, and Byrne and Kate Flood with 1 apiece. Draw game, 4 points apiece. Louth have possession. Aoife Halligan had it, and it's all the way back now to Rebecca Lamb. Lamb gives it out now to Claire Nolan, and she was being watched very closely by 2 to 3 Wexford players, but she's done well and she's found the gap and she's gone by 4 of them and she's runners ahead of them if she wants it, and she decides to give the long one in for Laura Collins. Can Collins spring off the ground? No, but she did enough to palm it down to Kate Flood, and Flood decides to run straight into the middle of 2 of them. Wasn't the most sensible option, but she's done well to recover the ball. Has she? No, it's won by Wexford, very unlucky, trying to stop them getting out but unsuccessfully, and now the captain Roisin Murphy has the ball crossing her own defensive 65, crossing the Louth 65 and gives a diagonal ball in. It's a 1v1 if this falls nicely. Oh, the bounce just got away from Wexford, and out quickly was Rebecca Lamb. The keeper gives it out to her right corner back Emma Murray, and Murray now has a player approaching her. That a player is Aoife Russell, but she decides not to use her, then decides to do it and goes for the run on. Louth trying to work the ball down the far side of the field, but they're working themselves into an awful amount of trouble. Very tight to the sideline and numerically outnumbered over there, 3-1. So Wexford have turned the ball over and they now have a free on the halfway line, which has gone short, but gone short straight to a Louth player. And now the crowd on that far bank are really getting into it, and Louth are getting into it, and their midfielder Aoife Halligan is driving them forward into the Wexford half of the field. She needs help here from Kate Flood. Laura Collins is trying to get there too, as is Shannon McLaughlin, and it's the last one, McLaughlin, who has now picked up the ball. Good touch along the ground from Halligan to give it to her. Looking for a free in, not getting it. Niamh Rice has the ball. She's Anya Breen on the big switch if she wants her, but she decides to take on one, and then she's slowed down, and as has the Louth attack. It's Laura Collins. Collins gives it back out now to the centre half back McLaughlin. McLaughlin takes a couple of steps back and says I'll survey the area, gives it across to Kate and O'Reilly, and Louth will come down this left channel now. Anya Breen trying to make a run inside, but O'Reilly decides she's going to go back towards the middle of the field, and that's Niamh Rice, and Rice just gives it back to O'Reilly, and McLaughlin, the centre half back, is just behind her, pointing to the right that's where she's going to play it, and that's what she does. And can she get Collins? She can. Collins out in front and wins it well, and she's a runner inside, and she's giving it, and there's a chance on here for Louth if they can overturn this. The right half forward taking a shot, it's hanging in there. Aoife Russell from the Glen Emmets club, and the ball eventually goes out, so that's Louth's third wide. Wexford have only had one, and we've played 22 and a half minutes. So Derval O'Connor, the number 9, is about ready to go back in, and the Louth officials are trying to tell the linesman, who's looking for the referee's attention, that she has served her 10-minute suspension. But we'll play on here in Darver, and well won there by the Louth cornerback. That is Rachel Barrett, and Barrett gives it on now to Claire Nolan. Nolan does well to evade the tackles and gives it out to Niamh Rice. Halligan's making a run down the left wing, but she doesn't see her, and she's run by 1, she's run by 2 Wexford players, and decides to give a 40-metre kick pass back to the right half forward, Aoife Russell, covering serious ground here. Now Emer Murray, the right cornerback, looking for Laura Collins. Collins tried to just push away by Katie English, but she forgot to go for the ball, and Wexford have it back, and centre half back Roisin Murphy has it now. Murphy gives the ball out to Banville. Ciara Banville went to kick it, but then took an extra touch. It was good defending by Anya Breen, the captain. So it will be a Louth free, I think. Did she touch the ball twice? Derval O'Connor is back in, but no, the referee says it's actually a free to Wexford. So I thought she changed possession with the hands illegally, but no. Orla Keogh has it, faced by Caitlin O'Reilly. Went to turn back, but then didn't. Sorry, my apologies. It's actually Eva Manley. They look very similar. So Ciara Banville has it, and Banville, plenty of toe taps despite the calls for how many steps. And Murphy, the centre half back, just plays a ball inside and straight to Emer Murray. God, if the colours were similar to be one thing, but Wexford have kicked 3 of the last 4 balls straight to Louth players. Louth, of course, have switched to the red shorts this year, and it's such a lovely kit, all red. And Wexford have turned that over. Kate Flood dispossessed, and Aoife Collins driving forward here. She's gone by Anya Breen, but Breen did get a late hand on her, and now eventually she's picked it up again after the attentions there from Rachel Barrett. And the kick comes in, and the chance is dropping straight into the hands of Rebecca Lamb-Fagan from the St Patrick's Club out near Cooley. And the ball is in the hands of Laura Collins. What can she do? Gives it to Kate Flood. Makes the run off Flood, but Flood decides to take it on herself and toe tap, but she toe tapped it straight into Eva Manley. There was runners outside her she wanted, but she ignored them, and Manley now has a chance, and she's given it inside to Newen. Newen has a chance here to come back out, but she's decided to go forward now, trying to get back onto that left leg. Is she? No, she puts a good ball across to Manley. Manley with the shot. Oh, good save from the keeper. First 45 of the afternoon. Big save from Rebecca Lamb. She's been there whenever they've needed her to offer as an extra player, but when needed as a goalkeeper, she was down low to her right hand side to deflect that round the corner, and that's a big save. That could have been a big moment in the game. Now Ciara Donnelly's coming on here, as is Aisling Murphy, so a double sub coming on the Wexford team. We haven't seen anyone coming off yet, so hopefully we won't have another Slough-Neil Glen issue. Now there's someone coming this side of the field. The 45 can't happen until we lose 2 players. Yes, we've one down to her. So coming on is that late replacement Anne Byrne. She's come off, point scorer. And coming off down here to our right hand side, it looked to be Sarah Harding, but we'll confirm that in a minute. So Murphy just pops it back low along the ground now to Katie English, and that's a big one there from centre half forward Katrina Murray, but it's gone wide. In fact, it's Anya Lacey who's gone out of the game, and now Mia Duffy is about to re-enter the fray. So the 2 yellow cards will be expired now in a couple of seconds when the right half back makes her re-entrance to the field. Louth have weathered the storm quite well. You wouldn't really know they were playing with any less on the field as Anya Breen picks up that ball, but she's told, hold on a second. Caitlin O'Reilly was fouled. Looking for Niamh Rice. Rice lets it bounce straight off her leg, and it'll be picked up by a Wexford player, but that was done illegally. I think it was Ciara Donnelly who is the guilty party. So ball in the hands of Eamon Murray, and Murray just pops it back. A good pop back really, and it's Anya Breen who is on the attack, runs straight into 3 Wexford player. It was an elbow high, but we'll say nothing. The ref said nothing. McLaughlin has it. She has Caitlin O'Reilly outside her, decides to turn back inside, and she's turned into an awful lot of purple and yellow jerseys, and she has no one offering. One big offer on the far side, but she's decided she's not comfortable with the long kick, and it's Rachel Barrett who now try to run out by Katrina Murray. And Wexford have done well. I think they've turned the ball over, have they? Yes, there were 2 of them there. Louth just running themselves into trouble and eventually turned over. And Wexford have the ball now. Ciara Donnelly getting to sample some of the action. Meant to start, but late replacement on the Wexford team, replaced by Anne Byrne. This is Shauna Murphy. Murphy coming inside, giving it to Ava Manley, and Manley out to the right and wide. Mia Duffy is back into the action. So Louth have 3 wides, Wexford have 2. As Rebecca Lamb gives a short to Eamon Murray, the right cornerback. This is a real feature now of Louth's play, the short kick out. Really fond of that one. Maybe it's not a bad thing when you're playing against such a wind as we have today. McLaughlin looking for Halligan, and she's done well to have Anya Breen next to her. And the ball inside now. Looking for Niamh Rice. But she's been dispossessed, and very well dispossessed. And Wexford are coming down this side with Manley. Manley just popped it in, and there's a real sandwich there between Caitlin O'Reilly and Derval O'Connor. O'Connor, although totally accidental, just want to be careful. Already booked and sin binned. So referee just asserting his authority, just explaining it's only a free. It was an accident, but it's still a free. That's fair enough. So Murphy, the captain, gives it inside now. There's a chance for the right half back, Orla Keogh, to make some ground. She doesn't feel she has the support inside and decides to keep running. Was pulled down by Breen, but did well to get back up, and Wexford have surrendered possession to Louth once again in the hands of Flood. Flood is an option and uses it. That is McLaughlin, the centre half back. McLaughlin crossing the 65, but the solo got away from her, but she's done well to recover. And gives a good ball inside now to Niamh Rice. Niamh Rice has Katie English for company, and she's got ahead of her, which was clever, so she couldn't pull her down. Laura Collins has it. What can she do? She's gone inside one. She's a one-on-one race here. Can she get by the defender? She can indeed. Loads of steps, was it? Very harsh. Very harsh. And the Louth crowd are very loud at present, and very annoyed at that one. It did look like she'd taken the maximum number, but there was a solo just before she embarked on that last round the corner run. Meanwhile, ref is the only one that matters. Roisin Murphy, the captain, crossing her 65, and she's roaring for movement inside, and you can see why, because the ball inside, although into loads of space, there's nobody there. The only person that was there is Eamon Murray, and Louth have it now with Mia Duffy back into the action. She pops it out now to Claire Nolan, and Nolan has got the 1-2 back, and she's on her bike. Option out on this left sideline here with Caitlin O'Reilly, but she's deciding to run right through the middle. And now Louth are running right through the middle. Now Caitlin O'Reilly's made a great run out here at the left hand side. The ball was just a little bit behind her. Wasn't what she needed. Anya Breen comes into it, takes it, been held up there by Roisin Murphy, and eventually Orla Keogh knocked the ball out of her hand, but it's back with Kate Flood, and Flood's gone by Ciara Banville way too easy, and she's going through now. Good solo touch, but got away from her in the end. Back onto that right foot. No reason to shoot from there. Always off balance. And that's another wide for Louth. That's their 4th wide of the afternoon. So it's a very animated game. Both sidelines getting into it. This Louth sideline just down in front of us are not one bit happy with the referee, Kieran Groom. Who'd be a referee? It's the only question I'd ask. Meanwhile, Anya Breen has it. O'Brien out to Riley, and she's been confronted now by Katrina Murray. Just runs straight into her, and the referee says get up and play on. Now she does well to give it to Anya Breen, and Breen gives it back to Shannon McLaughlin, and McLaughlin, that's it. A free, is it, or half time? I don't know. It is half time actually. So 4 points apiece, we think, at half time. Just give you a quick recap. Wexford got off to a dream start. Anne Byrne and Quaylen Ní Newlin with the opening 2 points before two Laura Collins scores got Louth back into contention by the 11th minute. Ní Newlin added a third in the 15th minute before Louth went in front. Kate Flood and Laura Collins had Louth 4 points to 3 in front with 18 minutes gone, but Ní Newlin added another one in the 20th minute. 4 points apiece at half time. Rebecca Fagan making a great save from Sarah Harding to keep Louth in the draw. So at half time in this National Football League Round 5 Division 3 game in Darver, it's Louth 4 points, Wexford 4 points.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
You'd like them pea nuggets.
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but how do you cook them?
Oh, there's loads of ways.
Can I microwave them?
No.
Join in and go full Lidl this year.
Did you get milk?
Shop without compromise and pay less.
Cullen, who's seen lots of early possession, works it out to the right corner forward, and that looks to be on its way. And is she 2 from 2? Well, that one is nowhere near as high and depth as Quaylen Ní Newlin. She started well, she's come inside and well blocked down in the end with that, because if she was away, she was one-on-one with the keeper. Had a big hit. Third, just about 22 or 3 metres out. It looks good, looks very good. Back to Karen Tompkins, and Tompkins gives it off to Orla Keogh, the right half back. She was in the war there just a moment ago, but she's recovered. And she's making a great charge. She's taken a handful, has she? She hasn't. She's got a good ball inside the corner forward. There's a chance of a goal here for Louth. A great save. And now a tap over Shirley. Absolutely, it was high. And Flood deciding to run through. There's a runner inside Niamh Rice, but Flood decides to go for it on her own. And it was a tail-in at the end. No, it wasn't. Giving it out now to Halligan, and Halligan gave it on to Laura Collins. And that is an absolutely perfect angle for a right-footed kicker. An absolutely lovely strike of the football. She's decided to go forward now, trying to get back onto that left leg, is she? No, she puts a good ball across to Manley. Manley with the shot. Oh, good save. And you're very welcome back here to Darver for the second half. So we'll get through the bit of housekeeping first. That free of Laura Collins, as we're told, was in fact wide. So it is 4 points to 4. That was the main objective at half time. And number 12 is Ciara Nolan, who are reliably informed, and not Clare. So we hope all is well in the St Feckin's club. So still no sign of Wexford. Louth back out, referee back out. He's blown the whistle multiple times. I will just give you a quick recap of the first half in case you're joining us. Wexford got off to a blinding start. Anne Byrne and Quillan Ní Newlin with the opening 2 points inside 3 minutes. But Louth responded with Laura Collins on the double. 2 frees out of 3 for the Newtown Blues ace. Ní Newlin put Wexford in front in the 14th minute, 3 points to 2. But then a quick set of scores from Kate Flood and Laura Collins put Louth 4-3 in front by the 18th minute. And remember, they had 2 players sin-binned in that time. Derval O'Connor in the 17th minute and Mia Duffy in the 22nd. And then equalising for Wexford in the 20th minute was in fact Quillan Ní Newlin. So 4 points apiece at half time. That is the story so far. Wexford starting to emerge back onto the field for the second half. Earlier on, Offaly well defeated by Kildare 3-17 to 2-6 in this division also. So it's all happening around the grounds today. And we'll bring you some scores from the other National Football League games going on as well. Monaghan and Roscommon in the men's football is a point apiece. So lots of action going on nationwide. Galway and Donegal, the last we heard, Donegal winning by a point. Lots of soccer cross channel, of course. Celtic and Rangers at 3 o'clock. United and Newcastle, both League Cup finals at 4:30. So it's a great day for the couch, a cup of tea and sporting action. So Kieran Groom getting a little bit of encouragement there from the Wexford personnel. So 14:48, 12 minutes to 3. We have 30 players, 4 umpires, 2 lines people and a referee. And after the half-time break, the ball is in and the second half is underway, and Louth have 1 possession of the ball with Aoife Halligan. Gives it on here to the captain, Anya Breen. Breen sending a long one in, looking there for Niamh Rice, and Rice hasn't won it. Wexford coming out with the ball now, and Orla Keogh, the right half back, got it and gave it out to a full back there. That was Shauna Murphy. Murphy now looking inside for the corner forward, Sarah Harding. Fouled by Caitlin O'Reilly. I just wonder, the referee's walking over to the scene of the crime. I just wonder, is O'Reilly in trouble? She definitely was ticked in the first half for a heavy hit just in front of us here in Orla Keogh. And he is being consulted by his linesman. He is looking at the book. For her, she's clever enough now. She got away from the scene of the crime fairly quickly. And the referee says, no, play on. Time back in, and Wexford have absolutely wasted that free. And Louth coming out with the ball in the hands now of Emer Murray. Murray giving it forward to the aforementioned O'Reilly, and O'Reilly quick hands on to Breen, and Breen has loads of runners this side. She decided to give it short to Aoife Halligan, but it was well cut out by the centre half back. Roisin Murphy playing a captain's part for Wexford. Mia Duffy having to make that horrible run back up the field from wing half back after making a marauding one forward momentarily to try and help out in the attack. Katrina Murray has it for Wexford, squares it across here now to Ciara Donnelly. She was changed at the last minute, but she's back in for Anne Byrne. Well won there by Anya Breen, but left it behind her, and it's Quillan Ní Newlin trying to bulge her way forward, and she's done so. allegedly been fouled. Shannon McLaughlin is absolutely irate with that decision. But referee Kieran Groom says, no. He obstructed her. So it will be Ní Newlin. Will she go? She's going short. She has runners inside if she can offer herself. Oh, good skill here from... That's a chance, but that's gone wide in the end. That was from Aisling Murphy. So that is Wexford's third wide of the afternoon. Louth of 4. And the ball is in the hand of Derval O'Connor, who spent 10 minutes in the sin bin. Mia Duffy also spent 10 minutes in the sin bin. And now decides to look forward for Halligan, and well tucked in there, the hand from Roisin Murphy, and Halligan's not the better of that tackle. Wexford coming again here now with Ciara Banville. Banville trying to get away from the attentions of Anya Breen, and now trying to get away from the attentions of Aoife Russell, and she's done well to get it out to her left half back, Karen Tompkins. Tompkins just pops it inside, and well won in there by Ní Newlin. Ní Newlin, can she get onto her left leg? Don't know, she can. Gives it back inside towards Murphy, and Murphy gives it back to Ní Newlin, running into a sea of red. Pops it across, however, to Sarah Harding. The Louth crowds feel that there were too many steps, but they don't count because it is a point. The opening score of the second half from Sarah Harding. 5 points to 4 in favour of Wexford. 3 minutes gone, second half. Rachel Barrett has it, gives it now to Aoife Russell. Russell does well to spin Ciara Donnelly there, but she's tight to the line. Donnelly's done well, but she's fallen over, and Louth still have the ball. It's given now to Ciara Nolan from St Feckin. She's done well and has the advantage, and the ball within. It was a bad kick pass, and the advantage isn't given now, and the Louth bench are irate. Where was the advantage? I'd have to agree with them. Laura Collins doing the tracking here, trying not to let Aisling Halligan away, but the ball is down the line with Tompkins, and Tompkins gives it on there, looking for the midfielder Aoife Cullen, but it was well done by Ciara Nolan, and the ball is now into the middle of the field with Alia Breen, and out the far side it's Shannon McLaughlin, and Louth have runners over, but she decides to go long looking for Niamh Rice. There's a chance on here if Rice can get it, and Rice just ran straight into the centre half back. That's a big hit, potentially a head hit there. Roisin Murphy dropped. Hope all's alright, because she just went down very heavily. Best case scenario is that's just a frontal charge, but it looked like heads from here. The idea was good from McLaughlin to try and get Rice isolated inside, but the tackle totally and utterly accidental, but it'd be sore nonetheless. So the most important thing here is that there's no concussion or signs of, and that the player is properly attended to on the field before any further action takes place. So sensible refereeing. So the ball is in the hand of Laura Collins over there. Collins, of course, has 3 points today so far. Now, it's looking like it's going to be a hot ball. Yeah, it would be the correct decision, all right. So thankfully, Roisin Murphy's all right. And the ball is up, the hot ball. And Louth have it back with luck to be Kate Flood over there, but she's let possession go, and Wexford have it. And the crowd is really up for this game here in Davor. And Wexford are coming down the far side of the field here with Ciara Banville. Banville being bottled up there by Laura Collins, and Co. is back to Keogh. McLaughlin chasing, as is O'Reilly. And Wexford really having to work for it. They're in a scrap up here. And the ball was eventually really good pressure from Louth, and eventually it's won and in the hands of Aoife Russell, and she's decided to go on a run forward. And now there was a wee hit on the head there, was there? Yes, but only after there were steps taken. And once again the little black book is out. So Laura Collins is assuming possession. Yes, it's going to be a free in. So Collins now, this will be a bomb if she hits it. She's exactly 46 metres out. Probably be 42 or 3 by the time she hits it. Yeah, she's stealing lots of ground there. And she's eventually clipped it straight over the bar. What a score that was. 7 minutes of the second half. And Laura Collins gets yet another one for Louth. You need a good free taker, and she's definitely that. Encouraged by selector Dudley Farrell just to kick the ball, but when she has a technique and a style and an accuracy level as good as she has, let her take as long as she wants. Now, Louth have yet another free in here. This is an awkward one for a right-footed kicker, but with the form she's in, she'll fancy it. So it's a real rehearsed approach. Rob so many steps, it's interesting from up here. Good strike, it'll be 50-50. It'll be, dropping at the hands. I knew it was dropping short, I just didn't realise it was on top of the keeper. But either way, Leanne Moore did really well. And Wexford have the football just shy of their own 65. Back in the hands there of Roisin Murphy. Roisin does really well to get the ball across the field to her wing half back, Ciara Banville. Banville was gently nudged, we'll say, by Anya Breen, but has done well. And Orla Keogh is now getting away from the attentions there of Halligan, and Mia Duffy couldn't get her hands on that. Really well taken and quick hands. That was excellent by Sarah Harden. Katrina Murray now has it, trying to get by Ema Murray, and she's done well to get the ball inside. There's a chance on here for Aoife Cullen if she can do something. Gives it back out now to Aisling Murphy, and there was no advantage, we're told. And Wexford have it in a very scoreable position. And the ball is in hand now of Quillan Ní Newlin. The black tape just on the back of the right leg. So can she get her 4th point of the afternoon? It'll be curling, it is curling, it curled right on the top of the keeper, but was it in? It's not, it's well done. Geez, the last 2 frees we've had, both landing in on top of the keeper, and both keepers have done well, and Louth have it away with Katrina Riley, and she gives it out now to Anya Breen, and Breen switched it on. Really good pass, gave it out there to Ciara Nolan. Nolan gives it back now to Breen. Breen has McLaughlin in the middle of the field, and that's exactly who she's giving it to. She has Mia Duffy outside her. She also has Halligan, but she decides to give it to Rice. Rice was fainting for the backdoor cut, but didn't go it in the end. There's advantage here coming for Louth, but good hands inside. There's a chance on here. Advantage is now over, I'd say. Back out to McLaughlin. No, it's not. It's back to the right half forward, who is Aoife Russell, but Louth would have been far better off gaining the advantage there, because that ball was dropped short and dropped straight in the hands of Leanne Moore. That's the last 2 attacks now. Louth have dropped it short. Ciara Banville has possession, and Louth now with Wexford with Ciara Donnelly gives it in here to Katrina Murray, and it is just getting that little bit cooler here in Darver, as Orla Keogh on the far side of the field runs very easily by Derval O'Connor, but I suppose O'Connor apprehensive enough to touch her in case she gets the second yellow, and then Louth permanently down to 14 players. Race for pace on the far side, and it's won by Aisling Murphy, and Murphy does well to square it inside to Aoife Cullen, and Cullen now has released Murphy again, and Murphy with the left footed shot, that's in the back of the net. Rebecca Lamb just stood still and admired it going in by her, but the speed at which it went in, an absolute rasper. What a substitution that's been. We have played 12 minutes in the second half. 1-5 to 5, 8-5 in favour of the visitors. Aisling Murphy. Incredible. What a finish with her left leg into the top right hand corner, as we look at it here, of Rebecca Lamb's net. And Wexford now have the wind at their sails, and they are really starting to play a wee bit more confidently. Harding looking for Murphy again. Done well if she's held on to that. How many steps is the question coming from the Louth officials, and eventually they have had their pleas and prayers answered, and it will be a free out. We have played 12 minutes in the second half. Louth have the ball. Mia Duffy has the ball, and Louth are trying to come out of defence into Derval O'Connor, and O'Connor got it out really quickly back in the hands of Mia Duffy, and that was a hit. Oh, the scream. That's not good. It was a collision there between Aoife Russell and Ciara Banville. It was accidental, I thought, but the referee thinks otherwise. But when you hear a scream like that, you're always thinking cruciates. So hopefully I'm wrong. Either way, there will be a change. Is it on the Louth team? No, there maybe looks to be a change. Yes, Lauren Boyle from the Cooley Kickham's Club is coming into the fray, and coming off is Ciara Donnelly. Probably sensible that. Sorry, Derval O'Connor. Sensible really with the yellow card. Looking for Laura Collins. It's gone over the head. There's a chance on here. Kate Flood's one. Is she inside? She said pulled on the left foot. Good save. What a save from Leanne Moore. I thought she was one-on-one, but she wasn't. There was a defender coming on our blind side. Pulled it with the left foot, and now it is in the net. Pulled on the left foot. But Leanne Moore saved it well. But Flood definitely going for a point. But that dropped short. And we are all square in Darvo once again. Oh, you couldn't make it up. 14 minutes gone, second half. And now let's see how Wexford respond. Louth never let the heads drop, even though Wexford started up in the ante and playing a wee bit better football and a wee bit more free flowing. But Louth have stuck to their guns. Now they're back level. And we have a cracking last 15 minutes in store here in this fifth round of the National Football League Division 3. Good ball over the top from Keogh for Manley. Looking inside there, big hit from the full back. Quiva Boyle on Newland, back to Keogh. Are there chances inside? No one over the head. There's a chance here for Aisling Murphy. Murphy with her right foot shot. Good hands from Rebecca Lamb. She made that big save in the first half, remember. Here's Aoife Russell, looks to have recovered. I spoke too soon. She gave the ball straight away to Katrina Murray, I beg your pardon. And she's gone by 2, she's gone by 3, and I think that's going to drop well short. It has. There'll be a race for the keeper, Rebecca Lamb. It's all very crowded in there, but soup and keeping once again. And now there's a real chance for Louth. You can sense the anticipation around the ground. And Louth are trying to come forward, but was it Orla Keogh just pulled down? It looks like Quiva Boyle. Either way, Louth will be happy. They have the ball and they're on their own 65. Katrina O'Reilly to McLaughlin, and McLaughlin out now to Mia Duffy. Mia Duffy gives it out to Anya Breen, the captain, just in front of her, trying to run the ball across the 65-yard line. Eventually gives it back to Duffy. Duffy fell as she collected, and she just had to throw it away. Ref sensible, didn't even bother blowing for the free, just let Wexford have the advantage. And Ciara Banville gives it back now to Katrina Murray. Murray has Manley out to her right if she wants her. Just gives it back to Banville. And now it is with Ciara Donnelly. And there's a run inside from Sarah Harden. She's got away from Russell. She's trying to jink and jive by McLaughlin. An easier task and suit her, I think. Emma Murray did well to come back. We're hearing many's a call of steps. Newland gives the ball outside to Cullen, and Cullen does well to hold on to possession, and now she gives it back to Donnelly. 2 of them went for it. Donnelly claimed it and pops it across there to the right half back, Orla Keogh. Keogh deciding to go by Anya Breen. Breen tried to throw a hand out, and Donnelly, Keogh's done really well, and she set Newland free. I think here's a chance of another goal. No, it's a penalty. Well, Keogh just waltzed through, gave it to, I think it was Newland, who I thought was well defended, and it was either kicked wide or kicked out and got a touch for a 45, regardless of which the referee said it's a penalty, which Katrina Murray will now take. Meanwhile, there's a sub on the Wexford team. 17, Roisin Hughes. Who's she coming in for? Looks like Eve Manley. Yes, that's indeed the change. So here we go. Murray v Lamb. Over she goes. Point. 17 minutes gone. And Katrina Murray, you could just see she got under it too much. And it is a point from the penalty spot. So Wexford have regained the lead. 1-6 to 1-5. 9 plays 8. That was Murray's first score of the afternoon. She won't be happy with that one. But then again, if they come away with a 1 point win, it was probably the sensible option. Now, she has it back in the hands again. And here's Keogh making one of those marauding runs forward. Absolutely charging. 100%. Shannon McLaughlin took the brunt of that one, but she'd be happy enough she's won the free. Now Laura Collins slips. Kate Flood, who has gone inside, doing really well, picking up ball. And she is giving Shauna Murphy an absolute handful in there. Decides to switch it into Neve Wright. Give a bad pass, though, cut out by Aisling Halligan. And Wexford have it once again. Aoife Cullen, the midfielder, now trying to run by Anya Breen, and Breen tried to stand her up, but she sidestepped and has gotten away. Meanwhile, Louth have also made a change. Ciara Robin's in there. We'll try and find out who's come off in 1 wee second. But Katrina Murray, how can she recover? Does okay, gives it to Newland, gets it back. Chance inside now. Aisling Murphy, she's made a real difference, offering a lot of energy inside. Kick to goal. And Wexford just been real patient. Louth have basically everyone back. They have 12 players inside their own half of the field. You can count that as 13 because Lauren Boyle has just crossed midfield. Here is Katrina Murray. The run coming inside there from Newland, but she didn't opt to go with it. Instead goes back out here to Donnelly. And Donnelly gives it back out to Murray. And Murray now gives it to left half back Karen Tompkins. Tompkins trying to pierce a hole in that Louth defence. She did okay and got it back now to Aoife Cullen, and Cullen offloaded it to the other wing half forward, Ciara Banville. And we're lucky if that one stays in play. It has. It's Sarah Harding over there who's held on to possession well enough. I thought that was touched along the ground. Back to Nee Newland, out to the wing half back here, Orla Keogh. And Wexford just having to come back round now and make another attempt. Here's Murray going through, has options there with Donnelly, decides to give it out to the left half back. That's Karen Tompkins, back to Aisling Murphy. And again, Louth doing their job, they're just pushing them out. Orla Keogh has it. Keogh going by her second player, gives it inside now to Cullen, and Cullen doesn't give it to Donnelly, decides to take the run on herself. No left leg, back to Murray, the centre half forward, not confident taking the shot. She decided to switch the play, and that was a crazy pass. It was a 50-50, and Aoife Halligan just stood her ground and won the ball. And now Louth have it. It is in the hands of Neve Rice from the Cooley Kickham's club. Cross in midfield. Laura Collins inside her, decides to go long. A long ball inside. Is she looking for Lauren Boyle? She is. And Boyle trying to get away from the attentions of Katie English. She did okay to get away, but she stuck one up in the air and the ball is dropped in the square. And Wexford have it back, and they have it out the field, and they have it with Ciara Banville, faced by Mia Duffy. Gives it out, does she? No, she doesn't. She decided to run straight by Mia Duffy, and McLaughlin's now chasing, near hand tackle. Wasn't strong enough. Banville did well to hold on. And it's still Wexford. Katrina Murray has it. We've played 21 minutes in this second half. We still have a draw. We don't. Wexford winning 1 point, 1-6 to 1-5. The scoreboard in front of me here saying we have a draw. The ball switched across the field from Karen Tompkins, picked up by Orla Keogh. The two wing half backs have seen an awful lot of the football this afternoon. Here, centre half back and captain Roisin Murphy. Can she try and engineer something? She's got it inside to Banville, back to Murphy. There's a chance on here now if they can get by McLaughlin. But that's not an easy job. And eventually it was a wayward kick with the left leg. And chasing it down there was Harding. Back out to Murphy. And it's now back with Katrina Murray, the centre-half forward. Very fond of the toe touch. And trying to jink by. She jinked by one. She's trying to jink by McLaughlin. She hasn't got by her. She eventually gets the shot away. But she was under enough pressure. And that's wide. So 4 wides apiece. 22 minutes second half. The visitors leading the table toppers by a solitary point. Kit Henry's side looking for another victory, 100% at the top of this National Football League Division 3. But they'll definitely earn their 3 points tonight if they get them. Wexford have a chance here to extend their lead with Banville, and Banville again with just really silly decisions. It was the wrong side to be striking the ball for a right-footed kicker. She hit it halfway off the laces and on the outside of the boot, and with the wind coming across field like it is today, it's just not the correct choice of shot. But anyway, Wexford still have the advantage. Rebecca Lamb goes really long looking for Breen. It's gone straight over the head of Breen, but she's done well to win that back. However, she got the ball back there from Aoife Cullen, and she gives it in now to Aoife Halligan, and Halligan was hit round the head by Murphy. The Loud bench are irate, wondering will there be a yellow card coming for Wexford, and the notebook is out. And is this going to be no? It isn't a card. Dudley Farrell, the former Meath manager, just below us, shouting in, do not crowd the scoring zone, as they call it. Ciara Nolan. Nolan gives it to, was it Rice? But she didn't get it away, but Nolan has it back, did well to recover there. Now gives it to Anya Breen. Breen trying to work something, gives it out here to Mia Duffy, the right half back. She's Laura Collins inside. Can Collins get her first one from play? Left foot well blocked down. But the idea was good, but the block was better. Back in the hand of Lauren Boyle. That's not going to curl enough, I don't think, but can it be kept in play inside in there? No, it hasn't, and it's gone out for a wide. We've 5 wides apiece. They are more than matched in many departments. 14 and 3/4 minutes gone. Another sub coming on the Loud team. That will be Sive Byrne. Number 20 on her back. We'll tell you who she's coming in for now in just a wee second. So I make it that we have 5 minutes to go, but I'm not including stoppages, so I don't know. So it will be Niamh Rice who is departing the action. And it's actually Lucy White who's come in. So cleared there by the goalkeeper Leanne Moore, and well won and held on to by Ciara Donnelly. And Wexford just getting out with the ball a little bit too easily for Kit Henry and Dudley Farrell's liking. Oh, well done. Really good skill by Cullen, and gives it into Harding, and Harding just getting bottled up there. That's a very soft free right in front of us. Myself and Johnny both shaking the head there. Referee says take it on. Wexford decide to go back with it. Of course, they've had so much success in Camogie over the last number of years, so it's amazing that they're doing so well in the Camogie, and of course contesting intermediate finals in the ladies football too. So good work happening down on Slaney side. Meanwhile, Aisling Halligan gets it out to Roisin Hughes, just into the action, and Hughes is able to lay it off there. Oh, that's definitely a drag to the ground. I know Mickey Hart's involved with the Loud men, but I don't even think he'd be that cynical. But Kate Flood just absolutely yanked, I think it was Ciara Banville, to the floor, and I will be stunned if this isn't yellow. It absolutely had to be. And now that's her done. There's no way she'll be back into the action. The 10 minutes will be up by the time she's ready. So that's a big threat going for Louth inside. And whatever sort of breeze that is here in Darver, they have it. Now Banville has recovered. Can she kick a point? She's got by the midfield attentions of Aoife Halligan. But the ball is out. And that'll be wide number 6 for Wexford. Now, she won it in the D, but I don't think she was in it. I think she started outside it either way. It's all kicking off below us here. Ciara Nolan trying to carry the can, and she's done well to get by the attentions here of Orla Keogh, but the centre half back Murray was tracking her back. It's back with McLaughlin. McLaughlin has no help in front, so she gives it back to Caitlin O'Reilly, the left half back. Just over 2 minutes to go on my watch. Anya Breen is there offering, and Anya Breen has won it. Really good hands from Lauren Boyle. Was she pulled down? I don't know. The referee's not given the free. The loud bench, as I read, it was definitely touched on the ground, but he says it's a free out. A little bit of popcorn is all we're missing here. It's been a fantastic encounter, there's no doubt about it. Well worth a Sunday admission fee. But Wexford, my God, they've got away with it. Meanwhile, the ball kicked forward and is now in the hands of Roisin Hughes, the substitute. She's Orla Keogh, who must have covered a marathon of ground this afternoon, and at severe pace. Goes by Mia Duffy, pops it inside Aisling Murphy. She's been excellent since she's come into the fray. Has she any help? She's been well marshalled there by Emer Murray, but she's still done well to hold on to it and work something, and it's back now with Keogh, and Wexford are just holding the ball. They've been instructed just to hold it. It's back now with Ciara Donnelly. Donnelly was... she had Ciara Nolan for company, but she did very well just to spin away from it. Now she crosses the 65 really sensibly and gives it out to Banville, being chased by McLaughlin, and Louth have turned it over, and Wexford have turned it over again. It was like a hot potato there for a couple of seconds, but Wexford just really happy now to waste time, run down the clock. We have played 30 minutes. It's just a matter of how much time the referee Kieran Groom will add on at the end of this game. Karen Tompkins has it. Tompkins just gives it back now to her centre half back. That's Roisin Murphy. She gives it back now to her corner back, Katie English, and the ball is sprayed to the far side of the field where Aisling Halligan will get it. Lauren Boyle putting in a hand, McLaughlin chasing, and Wexford are all the way back on their D. It's Shauna Murphy, the full back, who has it. She's been confronted by Laura Collins. As she got by Collins, she's run straight into Ciara Nolan, definitely charging. Referee says no. It's gone all the way back now to Katie English. We've played 30 and a half minutes in the second half. That looked like a throw ball, but no. The referee says play on, and it's Ciara Banville who has it. And Wexford are coming out now. They're crossing their own 45. Ciara Donnelly has it. She's an option here with Tompkins if she wants it. Oh, the space has been closed. Holds on to it, showed the ball, took it back. Referee says play away. Oh, it is really windy up here now, I can tell you. Sorry about the chattering of the voice there. It's not a warm spot. So Wexford running themselves into trouble, but very lucky there. Anya Breen's hand wasn't far away from the football when Roisin Murphy released it. But Wexford will count their lucky stars that they've now got it. Orla Keogh, and she has done well to give it away there. Is it Tony Newen? She's found Murray, the penalty taker and point scorer, left leg. Does she have one? She does, and it's in the net. There was a question of steps, but it doesn't matter because the referee said there were no steps. And as they say in the county of Monaghan, that's ball burst, game over. 12-8. The official score is 2-6 to 1-5. And Louth just trying to work something really late doors here. Lauren Boyle gave it back to Lucy White. White gave it off to Halligan. It's in the hands of Collins, probably the best player to have it. Can she get onto her left foot? She's trying to make an inroad, then she's blocked. And it'll go out for a 45 if it goes. It's not. Leanne Moore instructing Wexford to get the ball away as quick as they can. In the hands of Katie English. English just gives it out now to Orla Keogh. How much ground has she covered? Louth have done excellently well there to win the ball back. Caitlin O'Reilly, definitely was she pulled down. She was. Mia Duffy says I was sent off for the same. Wexford players really cute, just laying on the ground, slowing us down, able to reset. Not one Wexford player in their half of the field, and why would they? Lauren Boyle, she was being dragged. Louth have the advantage, but Boyle wants to go forward. She's bringing inside her. She can get it away to her. She doesn't. Now the advantage is gone. No, it's not. It's back. It's a free. 31. No, I'm wrong. 33 minutes gone in the second half. Louth trailing by 4. They need a major, and then they need the kick out. It's clipped in by Boyle. It's clipped in. It's palmed in the square. There's a chance there for Halligan. Has she been held? No, she's looking for the penalty, but she's not getting it. She's done well to get a left-footed shot away, but it's been blocked down. Louth still have it, however. Chance on here. Safe hands from Leanne Moore. She never took her eye off the play. And just when Louth did really well to work a chance and work a shot, the keeper stood up. And she did her business. Ashley Murphy into... It looked like Murphy. Back to the other Murphy, and has an absolute shoulder in the back. It's the easiest decision of the whole game, and it hasn't been the easiest game to ref, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. But the shove came from Lucy White, and Katrina Murray sends it back, and that is it. The first defeat of the campaign for Louth. Wexford are back level with them on points. They've both won 12 points out of a possible 15. Another very entertaining game here in Division 3 of the National Football League. We'll give you a very quick recap of the whole events before we leave you. Anne Byrne and Quillen Newlan gave Wexford a 2-point lead early in the first half. Laura Collins got a brace to bring Louth level before Newlan added a third. Then Flood and Collins put Louth in front in the 18th minute. 4 points to 3, despite having one sin bin and another one coming just moments later. But Newlan tied us up at 4 points apiece for the half-time whistle. Harding got the first point of the second half before Laura Collins replied, 5 points apiece. Then an Aisling Murphy goal with 12 minutes gone was immediately responded with a goal from Kate Flood 2 minutes later. But a converted penalty from centre forward Katrina Murray, followed by a goal from the same player, ended Louth's unbeaten run. Full-time score here in Darver, 2-6 to 1-5, a victory for the visitors. We've seen lots of early possession, works it out to the right corner forward, and that looks to be on its way. And is she 2 from 2? Well, that one is nowhere near as high and depth as Quillen Newlan. She started well, she's come inside and well blocked down in the end with that. Because if she was away, she was one-on-one with the keeper. It was a big hit. Third. Just about 22 or 3 metres out. It looks good. Looks very good. Back to Karen Tompkins, and Tompkins gives it off to Orla Keogh, the right half back. She was in the war there just a moment ago, but she's recovered. And she's making a great charge. She's taken a handful, has she? She hasn't. She's got a good ball inside to the corner forward. There's a chance of a goal here for Louth. A great save. And now a tap over Shirley. Absolutely. It was high. And Flood deciding to run through. There's a runner inside Niamh Rice, but Flood decides to go for it on her own. And it was a tail-in at the end. No, it wasn't. Giving it out now to Halligan, and Halligan gave it on to Laura Collins. And that is an absolutely... perfect angle for a right-footed kicker. An absolutely lovely strike of the football. She's decided to go forward now, trying to get back onto that left leg, is she? No, she puts a good ball across to Manley. Manley with the shot. Oh, good. Pops it across, however, to Sarah Harding. The Louth crowds feel that there were too many steps, but they don't. Yeah, she's stealing lots of ground there. And she's eventually clipped it straight over the bar. Race for pace on the far side, and it's won by Aisling Murphy. And Murphy does well to square it inside to Aoife Cullen, and Cullen now has released Murphy again, and Murphy with the left-footed shot. That's in the back of the net. Ciara Donnelly, probably sensible that. Sorry, Derval O'Connor. Sensible, really, with the yellow card. Looking for Laura Collins. It's gone over the head. There's a chance on here. Kate Flood's one. Is she inside? She's pulled on the left foot. Good save. What a save from looking for Laura Collins. It's gone over the head. There's a chance on here. Kate Flood's one. Is she inside? She's pulled on the left foot. Good save. What a save from Leanne Moore. I thought she was one-on-one, but she wasn't. There was a defender coming on our blind side. Pulled it with the left foot, and now it is in the net. Pulled on the left foot. A hand out, and Donnelly, she's done really well. And she set Newland free. I think here's a chance of another goal. No, it's a penalty. Murray v Lamb. Over she goes. Point. Away from the football when Roisin Murphy released it. Oh, Wexford will count their lucky stars that they've now got a Dorla Keogh, and she has done well to give it away there. Is it to Newan? She's found Murray, the penalty taker on point scorer, left leg. Does she have one? She does, and it's in the net. There was a recap of the whole events before we leave you. Anne Byrne and Quillan Newland gave Wexford a 2-point lead early in the first half. Laura Collins got a brace to bring Louth level before Newland added a third. Then Flood and Collins put Louth in front in the 18th minute.
We were told the game was over before we'd even started. We were told our bodies weren't made for it. It wasn't our time to play. We played anyway. And together we played like there was no tomorrow. And they told us that was fine. You can play. You're good enough. And thought that was good enough for us. It wasn't. We are relentless. The game isn't over until we say it's over. Until we get everything we've given everything for. Until we level the playing field.
Lidl, proud supporters of ladies Gaelic football.
You still haven't gone full Lidl. Go on, make big savings like this lot.
Pea nuggets.
Excuse me?
Who'd like them pea nuggets?
Once again?
Pea nuggets. They're vegan.
Nugget?
Yeah.
I like prawns, but how do you cook them?
Oh, there's loads of ways.
Can I microwave them?
No.
Join in and go full Lidl this year.
Did you get milk?
Shop without compromise and pay less.
4 points to 3, despite having one sin bin and another one coming just moments later.